Hello and welcome to another review of a Star Wars Black Series figure. My name is Bob and I'll be your host as we review the new Cara Dune. She is from The Mandalorian. Now, we're excited to get this figure. We found it at GameStop. So really cool. GameStop had 20% off, so that price brings it down to normal. Sorry, GameStop, but you do charge just a little bit more than normal. But I'm happy to get the figure way in advance because I'm sure that Cara Dune here is going to be sitting on the shelves probably about 2 months after Christmas. There'll be a lot of Star Wars products on the shelves. I think she may get lost in the shuffle for all of those people who don't know who she is, but I don't think they'll overstack her. Now, Cara Dune is played by the former MMA fighter Gina Carano, and I have to say, I saw this figure at Star Wars Triple Force Friday press event at Lucasfilm in San Francisco, and I think she was the talk of the event because it looks so much like her. So much like her. We'll do a close-up. Let's open her up here. Yes, we're going to open up 101. Now, I thought it was funny that when I was at the Triple Force Friday event, I said, Cara Dune's 101. What does that mean? And the Hasbro rep laughed and said, well, we're saving the 100th figure for somebody special. And it turned out to be the Yavin Luke, which also turned out to have a misspelling on the cover of the box. So I thought that was kind of funny. But let's open her up here. All right. I put my knife somewhere. I'm sorry I don't have it. I'm going to use these scissors. But she... Now, I've been keeping the boxes lately, and I don't know why. I don't know. It's just something about this latest wave of figures is just made me want to keep the box. But once I get her out of the plastic coffin, she's pretty much done. So, wow. Now, make no mistake, that is a serious weapon. Does it even say? So, I should look at the box here real quick since it's a new character. She's a veteran of the Galactic Civil War who has fought for the rebellion. Cara Dune is a seasoned warrior who has put her days of military discipline behind her and is now reinvented herself as a mercenary. So, that ought to be interesting to see how that works in the show. Now, like this, that is a serious weapon. Serious weapon. She comes with a pistol. Like that's kind of like the noisy cricket. Looks very much like, yeah, very much in the style of those old school guns. And she comes with a knife. And there's not many Star Wars characters that actually come with a dagger. There was a stormtrooper from what would be considered now Legends in a comic book and actually came with like a bayonet. And that was a pretty cool stormtrooper. So I actually have that as that's really neat. So let's get her out. And do an instant pose like her boots. Actually, her whole color scheme is really amazing. And I love the fact that she has tattoos. So we have, I'll bring it in here. We have a very tiny rebellion symbol right here, which they had to buff out a lot of the photographs of her that had surfaced because they didn't want it to get out. And then she has tattoos here on her arm. Not nothing new in a Star Wars, but she may be one of the first female characters to actually have a tattoo on her face. So let's do a pose here. She is some serious. Oops, sorry. She is a serious figure. Let's do a. Yeah, I'm already seeing a couple of things that I really like. So I don't have the flattest surface, as I always say, and I try not to use a peg because they should stand on their own. But let's do a little zoom in there. So there she is standing on her own with no weapons. We'll do the weapon pose here. I'm going to fix the camera just a little bit, point it down. Now, so what I've been loving about a lot of the Black Series figures is that they've been adding holsters, and they even add this so that you can lock it into place. And the first holster I always think about, and I don't know if it was official or not, but the original Hoth Han Solo figure from Empire Strikes Back in the Kenner line actually had a holster type gun. I always used to just put the handle, I'm having a little problem here, I used to put the handle inside and it would push it in like this. And I always thought that was the coolest thing, that it actually had like a holster. I don't know if anybody else did that. I did that. And I did that because my best friend did that and thought, you know, hey, that's pretty cool. And I was like, I had always done that since. So I'm having some problems getting into the holster here. I'm not really sure if it's supposed to go into, like usually the scope on guns does not go into the holster, but it's kind of fighting me. There we go. Ah, okay. I was about ready to have a criticism. So where does the dagger go? Interesting. So in the boot. Nope. Nope. Where does the dagger go? So this is interesting. Some of the more, and we're getting almost into Marvel Legend territory here now, where there's usually some place to put every weapon or something into the figure. But you think that there would be some place to put this dagger. Now, I know someone will probably leave it in the comment section, even though I'm going to have to turn the comment sections off soon. But we can just stick it right back there for the time being. I don't see anything. Look at this awesome detail. And this is like a chainmail that's kind of into the actual, it's not painted on, it's actually grooved in. Same here. Very nice. Loving all of this detail here that we have of these figures. All right, let's do the face. Keep this relatively short because we want to keep these rolling here. But look at this face. Now I'm going to put up a side comparison of what she looks like on the show, if I can find a decent picture, and what she looks like in real life with a little makeup and glitz. This is not a woman you want to cross with, so I can't wait to see her on the show. But let's get this big gun. Now she does have a strap, and she does have a trigger finger. Only on the right hand, though. Only on the right hand does she have a trigger finger. So, the problem with weapons like this and stuff is you're never quite really sure. And I guess they just figured it's out of vogue to give you instructions. I just don't understand why that is. So there's a little break in the rubber so that you can attach this where you need it to be. That's awesome. And it doesn't break, and you're not limited to the range of which you can get this into the figure. So let's do this part first. Put the finger in the trigger. And then you can almost do it like this if you want. You can bring it around this way. And probably better to go over the shoulder. And then you can just attach it. I don't think you would attach it there because it would probably get burned out. But she seems like the kind of warrior that would have, you know, it a certain way. And the thing is, sometimes you just really got to look at the pictures on how they pose them online just to figure out what the hell they were thinking when they got it in there. Because there's just no instructions anymore. I know that's extra paper and everything, but I love hearing comments from people that I put on the legs backwards or the arms backwards. So there's fairly decent. I kind of like that she has the dagger. I mean, this is some heavy duty hardware for this former rebel soldier to be wearing. You know what? Let's do a little close quarters here and give her this. So that's how I envision her. So let's do it this way. And I guess you could swing it underneath and just have it dangle. But it's all about making it look like it's going to breathe and be real. But I think when I saw her, I knew I wanted a Mandalorian, so that's kind of cool. I knew I wanted the Mandalorian, but I think I wanted her more, and I was kind of bummed that she wasn't anywhere at Triple Force Friday. And she just slowly kind of trickled in. So that gives you an idea of her. We'll zoom in a little bit. She's a solid figure. It's a really cool, like, even this belt, the belt moves enough. So if you were going to customize, you could probably shred that off of her. But let's put her with her cohort. Oh, yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? Oh, yeah, you had to see that coming. We do have a review of The Mandalorian, and I will link it here. Do a little zoom in. But overall, I think she's a really cool figure. She's great. She adds that extra element of Star Wars. The next chapter, what happened after Empire. Solid figure. I hope we get more figures from this line. I really do. I mean, the Jawa is cool and all, but the Jawas, you know, you can buy 20 of them eventually. You want, you know, some of the other characters, and I think it's just a matter of time. I think we're going to see more waves of the Mandalorian figures come February at Toy Fair in New York City. So thank you for tuning in. I recommend picking up Cara Dune. Solid figure, great posability, lots of character here in her face. I mean, it looks like her. The dagger, I think, is my only critique. I can't find a place for it to go, but completely, she's just a fantastic figure and a great likeness of the actress. Thanks for tuning in.